What's going on, guys? My name is Zay, and today I'm going to be doing another CTF. This time it's going to be Basic Pentesting 2 from VulnHub.com. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, open up a terminal. Okay, figure out the IP of the machine. I use ARPscan for this. You could also use NetDiscover Nmap to figure this out, but I just find it easier to use that. Then we're going to do an Nmap scan of the IP, default scripts, version detection, and outputs as in three formats. Basic pen test 2, you can name that whatever you want, and then the IP. And I'm actually not going to do this because I already did it, so I'm just going to go to the directory where I have it. Okay, so there we go. This is the results I got for it. Okay, SSH, Apache, Samba. Okay, so we do see Apache, so that we need to obviously check that. It's common practice. Get a blank page. Okay, dev section. Okay, we're gonna use GoBuster to figure out what directories may be open. Okay, we get development right off the bat. Go to that. Now it is mentioning Apache structs here. I didn't really see any evidence of that, but it mentions it here for some reason. So Samba, and yeah, okay. Here it's hinting that there's a weak password. Gotta take note of that. So, okay. Now, we did see that Samba was actually a service on the machine, so I usually always use for Linux to enumerate Samba and figure out, see what information we can get. And so far we did get 2 users just now, Kay and Jan. We got anonymous share. We're going to look at that after this is finished. Okay. So to get a look at that share, we're going to use SMB client. Okay. We get staff.txt. Okay. Okay. So it tells us Jan and K again. So it did tell us Jan, and we did get confirmation that those Jan and K were 2 users, so we're actually going to use Hydra to brute force the user Jan. Not brute force, but dictionary attack. Okay. Just use RockU. This is the command you would run to figure out the password for it. I'm actually not going to run it because I've already done this and I don't want to sit here and wait for it again, because it actually takes a while. So yeah, after you get that, you want to, of course, SSH into it using that user. Okay. We look at the kernel version. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything here. We can get access to K's home folder. That's an interesting file, but we can't access it. We don't have permissions. But we do have permissions to access.ssh, so that is kind of a big deal. Yeah, we do get a SSH private key here. So I'm going to copy the contents of this. to put it into its own file. Okay. Excuse all this junk. I've already done it, so this is what happens. Alright. So we got SSH key that is holding the private key of the user K. So if you actually try to use this key, it actually won't work because it has a password assigned to it, and you'll figure that out real quickly when you try to use it. But in order to actually even use it, you have to give it permissions to be used. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay, so I mean I'll prove it. I mean, not that I need to, but I just will for some reason. See, and it asks for a passphrase, and we don't have the passphrase, so it's not going to work out. So we actually need to use John to actually crack that password. So the way you would do this is use John to SSH to convert the key file to a crackable file for John to get the password. Then you would output that, and then you could add parameters to this if you want, but it would work if you just do John and then the file that gets outputted from SSH to John. So you could actually do this. It's not going to work because I have already done it, and this is actually stored in the contents of .john. So I'm just going to output that to get the password, and you can see it's beeswax. So now that we got the password for that key, let me go back to okay, we can now use that key. So there we go. We now got K. So first things first, we're going to check and see if it has sudo privileges, and of course we don't have the password yet. So just ignore that. We do have this pass.back, and here we go. This is actually the user's password, just in the home directory for us to have. So when we do sudo-l, it asks us for a password, we put that in. There we go. And it looks like we do. We have all sudo privileges. So that pretty much means, okay, I'm being an idiot. That pretty much means we have root. All you have to do is sudo-i and you have root. And there we go. That's simple. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this CTF. It's relatively simple, and that's kind of the point. It's made for beginners, but I will be doing more challenging CTFs in the future. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a like, and yeah, see you guys next time.